Ethel Waters was a great singer. Does anybody remember Ethel Waters?
Yeah.
She was a wonderful, wonderful singer. Anyway, Ethel Waters, she worked the Cotton Club. She was probably the most underrated singer. I have some of her records, and she did a movie called Cabin in the Sky, which was done by, directed by Vincent Minnelli, and she also did Pinky. And one of her starring leading men was Eddie Rochester Anderson, who was Jack Benny's sidekick. And it was so funny when I saw that. I thought, oh my God! I said, when I got back from New York, this little side story. When I got back from New York, an agent booked me with the Eddie Anderson show up at the Olympic in Seattle, the Olympic Theater, and the critic came in and criticized the whole show. And actually, it was in the paper the next day, and it said Eddie Anderson did his regular, his regular shtick, his regular jokes and everything, and the dance team did their usual lifts, and the magician had his standard props, and Pat Yankee bounced about the stage in splendid health. I have that record that's going in my book. I've never had a review like that.
That is precious. Beautiful.
But anyway, Ethel Waters was, when I was just about 10 years old, I lived in Lodi, and my grandmother lived on Oak Street, and I was about 3 or 4 blocks from a Baptist church, and I remember going past that Baptist church, and on the marquee it said Ethel Waters. I guess she became very religious when she got very old, and so I always remembered that when I was about 10 years old, and she recorded this next tune with the Doors, Tommy and Jimmy Dorsey, and here's Miss Otis Regrets. She's unable to lunch today. Actually, this song was done in a musical also, and it was done where somebody came to the door, and the butler was telling this lady, Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today. Okay. Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today, Madam. Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today. She is sorry to be delayed, but last evening down in Lover's Lane she strayed. Madam, Miss Otis regrets she isn't able to lunch today. When she woke up, found that her dream of love was gone. Madam, she ran to the man who led her so far astray. And from under her velvet gown, she took a gun and shot her lover down. Madam, Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today. When the mob came and dragged her from the jail, Madam, they strung her along the willow across the way. And the moment before she died, She lifted up her lovely head and cried, Madam, Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's the first time I've done that. I think in about 25 years or 30 years, and I hadn't done that before. But that was one of my favorite songs that she did.